What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin. According to Eric Gomez, Gennady Golovkin doesn't want the fight. He would rather take easier fights. I think he responded in a condescending way. Again, we don't know what the reasoning is behind him making that statement. Obviously, Gennady Golovkin said something that wasn't appealing to Eric Gomez with Golden Boy Promotions. Gennady Golovkin is a free agent. He doesn't fight on HBO because HBO is dark. Okay, they've went out of business as far as sports, and talks of a third fight has been into play for a while. I just done a video about the possibilities of a third fight. I think I did that last week. But it's funny now how this is all, producing quickly, this news, because it's funny we are just talking about this, but I think that this particular fight with Gennady, if he doesn't want the fight, either he asked for too much money, maybe that's a possibility, and then that's Eric Gomez's way of saying, hey, you know what, he doesn't want the fight. And the problem is, this is what happens when you give one fighter so much money. It's hard to bargain with another fighter to bring them into the T. They might have not thought that through, right? Because Golovkin fought Canelo twice, and he made a lump sum of money. He made a large amount of money doing so. And since he done so, it's hard to tell someone that now fights on a streaming app like, hey, we're going to offer you so-and-so X amount of dollars to fight us again. If he told Eric Gomez to go fuck yourself, fuck you, good boy. If he told him something like that, no, guys, that shit, so be it. And honestly, I'll tell who's ever listening, that Gennady Golovkin shouldn't have fought him the second time. He should have went on, fought his mandatory Derevyanchenko, keep his IBF belt. He had at least kept that wedge and been that person with the crowns, except for the WBO at the time, right? Which now belongs to Andrade. He messed up. His plans, his record, his both records really. The title defense record and the undefeated record, and the idea or the plan to get all the belts, to be undisputed, is shitted all down the drain by Canelo Alvarez just because this motherfucker has money. That's the bad thing about it. You know what I'm saying? That's the one sour thing. So the idea of Gennady Golovkin being offered a smaller amount of money, I wouldn't take it either. I wouldn't take that at all. Okay? Because it's like, I see what's happening. DAZN has gave Canelo Alvarez a shitload of money. Now, they seen him destroy Rocky Fielding in that fashion. They're thinking like, wow, this guy can fight 2 fights a year. If he fights competition like this, we won't have the subs that we anticipated when we first signed this freaking guy, right? So they are more than likely putting pressure on Oscar De La Hoya to make a big fight. What's the biggest fight for Canelo at this point? One that would sell. Golovkin, Canelo, or Canelo, Golovkin, right? 3. Not saying I wouldn't watch it, but will Golovkin even join DAZN? He might not do that. He might join ESPN. That might be the route he takes, ESPN. But we don't know what Golovkin's going to do. He said he would like a third fight, so he might be, chasing the money at this point. But then it's like, if the money's not there, there's nothing to really chase. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're offering him that a certain amount of money to tell them, like, we don't want the fight, we're not interested, I'll say, hey, good for you, Golovkin. Because you could fight other guys and make this decent money. He should have fought Charlo, you know, at least give Charlo the opportunity. Or to shut Charlo up, either one. If you're a fan of Charlo or you're not a fan of Charlo, even though he should have fought Charlo. He was mandated to fight Charlo to keep him at a certain level. He should have fought that man. Okay? Regardless of what that man did with his last opponent. Okay? So, Karabov. And I don't know. Golovkin, it depends on where he's going to go. He will be 36 soon. Or is he 30? No, he'll be 37. Damn. Golovkin will be 37 years old. And the way he fights, you know, the wars that he's in, the thin skin, you know what I mean? The punches that he takes. He's a smart fighter. He's a good fighter. He's a hard punching fighter. He is qualified tough. But the type of fights that he gets into, that tends to be a short shelf life, especially when he gets 37, because he likes the impact. He likes the contact. You know? I don't know. Maybe he is a bigger Julio Cesar Chavez, right? It took Chavez a long time to lose his O. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I think that Canelo needs to fight someone worth a damn. You know, he does. Because, you know, $10 a month isn't bad. I have it. I support it. I'll support any streaming app because I know this is where it's going. We look more at our cell phones than we do television. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Especially in our age range. But that age range is going to change. 20 years from now, we'll be in our 50s. The people that are in their 30s. You know, God willing, we live. But, you know what I mean? So our perception is going to move. So we're going to still be on our cell phones. It's going to be probably a different phone or a bigger phone or one around our arm or, you know what I mean? Some Black Ops 3 kind of shit. Like, you know what I mean? But, you know, we will be watching television on our media through our phones. You know, it won't be, you know, a television. Maybe, you know, you'll have the flat screen or whatever. But, you know, they'll probably still have that. And they'll probably have to patent something to keep people from, like, you know, screencasting something on a wall somewhere. You know what I mean? So, anyway. But, yeah, I hope Golovkin doesn't take the fight. I hope he called it quits. I hope he got what he was looking for. He has 1 win, 1 draw, right? I mean, 1 loss, 1 draw. So, you know, I don't want to go for 2 because they're trying to book the same fight in the same arena, right? You know what I mean? That's just like, okay, you walked your ass and you tripped over the barbed wire and you got strung up and hog-tied. Okay. You seen the string again, you tripped over it and you got your ass hog-tied again. Now you see it again. Come on now, you can't be that foolish. If you know the first 2 times was bullshit, why are you going to do it the 3rd time? Something must be wrong with you. You must be suffering from a state of insanity or something. You know, so you don't fight a guy 3 times and expect a different result, especially if it's a competitive fight. You can outscore him all you want to, Buster. It doesn't matter. You can knock Canelo's fucking eyeball out. They'll give him a patch for bravery and still give him the win. It won't matter, man. You know what I'm saying? So Golovkin needs to realize that. Unless he pulls a Juan Manuel Marquez. I don't know why I trip up on that fucking word. Unless he pulls a Marquez, he is not, I repeat, is not going to get a decision. He really wins, he gets a draw. He really wins, he gets a loss. He really wins again. If it's a close fight, he's going to get another loss. And that's going to seal Canelo's legacy. 3 times I beat him twice and drawed once. You know, it would be something if they did give Golovkin a win. But he doesn't have enough money. Money. He don't have enough of that. Sorry. You know? Sponsored by Air Jordan, my ass. I don't want to hear that. You know, it's all about Tecate. You know what I mean? So no, Golovkin, I think he should know when he had enough. He could retire. I've been telling guys that people get pissed at me on this channel. I don't care. You know what I mean? Golovkin was a good fighter. He had some good fights. He done a lot of good things in the sport of boxing. He was likable. So that's it. I think he should call it quits. I don't know. And that's my turn on. He should follow the instructions of his wife. But you guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.